Hey, welcome to Wealthy Church. I am so excited that you have joined us here today. Wow. First of all, I want to say to all of our mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Man, I'm so excited for you today and really hoping, and it's my prayer that this day that you will just feel loved and that you will feel special today. Because here's what I know. In God's eyes and in God's mind, you are special. Always remember that God has you tattooed on the palm of his hand. He's always thinking about you. You are on his mind today, and you are the apple of his eye, and you are deeply loved and accepted by him, first of all. And really, at the end of the day, that is all that matters. Isn't that true? Wow. So I just want all you mothers to know that. I just want all of you to know that as we start today. I am loved. I am accepted. I belong into the family of God. And I want you to know, as your wealth pastor, that you know that I care and that I'm here for you. And we're glad, many of you mothers who watch this. Sometimes you're on live. Many of you watch later on in the day. It's amazing the amount of people who watch this. Uh, and I want you to know that you are really, really, really special. So listen, I want to go into today, and I want to talk about mothers. I want to talk about that, and because I think it's really important, for mothers and fathers to kind of understand the dynamic of what a mother does for their children, the need to help their children, because it's all about Wealthy Church, right? And our responsibility as parents, you kind of look at this. What is our responsibility? Our responsibility is to take our children and train them and equip them to be independent of us, not to depend on us, right? It's our job, just like God delegated authority to us on the earth. He gave us dominion over the earth, and He wants us to live, with the ability to choose. Right? He didn't create little puppets. He gave us the ability in the earth to choose and to have fruition in the earth. And so, in the same way, it's our responsibility as parents to do the same thing, to not create children that are dependent upon us, still living with us when they're 35 years old. No, that is not the purpose of parenthood, right? The purpose of parenthood is to develop mature followers of Christ, who leave the nest and go build a future for themselves. That's what parenthood is all about, and we're all about shaping their spiritual life, their emotional life, and shaping their intellectual life so that they can go out into the world, build that future, and succeed at what they do. And the mother plays a really important role in all of that. And number one, we find that in the husband and wife dynamic is that the purpose of a mother is to provide for the child the nurture and the care that they need for the growth of their psychology, for their soul. And we need that. That's the first act when a child is born. That's the first way that we begin to express our love for our children, our love for our child, our baby is by nurturing it, giving it food, loving it, hugging it, caressing it, telling it we love it. That's the way we begin to shape the spirit and the soul of that little baby is determined really young whether that baby feels loved or not. And so when the baby cries, a mother goes over and a mother by instinct, when the baby cries, right, she runs over and grabs the baby and puts the baby in her arms, and that's the nurture and care side that should be there in a mother, right? And fathers, the baby can cry, and some fathers, they just keep right on sleeping. I mean, they don't hear the cry, but the mother, they could be over in the next room and little whimper, and the mother's awake, and whoa, okay, I got to go. The baby wants something, and off you go. So that's important, and your job in shaping the soul of that baby, where it has feelings, the feeling of love, the feeling of being cared for, is so important to the psychological and emotional strength and fortitude of what your child will eventually grow and develop. And those early years are very, very important to them and to their success. And then you have a father, right? You have a father in the home. Right? The ideal home for creating successful children is a father and a mother who are married together. I know we got to be specific here. I mean, we're living in an interesting time, aren't we? The children, that's why we have marriage. It's called marriage because your child needs this one word, stability, of a father who is committed to his wife, a male who is committed to a female. Let's get even more specific. Okay, Lord, help me here, Lord. So we got a male and we got a female who get married and create a child, right? And now we have two people committed to each other. And now through that commitment, now we create a family, which is God's desire for us. And now we are giving that child stability. We're already instantly giving that child a sense of daddy's not going anywhere, mama's not going anywhere. I got nurture and care that's coming from my mother. And then I got a father. Your father builds confidence in you. You need a father because the father is for the development of your spirit. Your spirit. The spirit side of you is your father. And then the soul side of you gets nurtured and that needs nurture and care and love. It needs that brush your teeth, put on your underarm deodorant, take a bath, hey, comb your hair. Your hair looks like a grease mop, and mama tells you, you need to brush your teeth every day. You need to take a shower every day. Hello. I mean, some people, they just don't have the basics. It's like, I'm shocked. It's like, wow. Take a shower every day, brush your teeth every day, develop these habits that's going to go into your future and cause you to be a successful person. That all those cool things come from mama. Hey, you better eat the right foods. You need to drink water. You need to take your vitamins. Where does that all come from? All that important stuff comes from a mother. And then on the other side, you got the father who is giving the child the confidence that they need to handle life. The father, The mother's the one, the kid's out playing baseball and he falls and he skids his knee. And he's crying. And what mama runs out there and says, "Come on, Sonny, let's go. Let's go home and nurture this little scrape on your knee." But daddy walks out and he says, "Nada. No. We are going to get back in the game, son." See, that's confidence. See, mama wants to protect. Mama's got this little thing where she wants to protect her children from any possible harm. No risk. Don't risk. Don't jump off that table. That's scary. Daddy's like, "Yeah, kid, come on, jump off the table. You can do it." It's like, so the kid needs both, right? He needs the soul development. He needs the spiritual development. But one thing I want to just talk about that I think is important for moms today is I think the best thing we can do for our children, right, is just understand that we need to be the picture of a model that they need to follow. The world needs models today. They really do. I'm going to say that again. The world needs models today. The world needs a picture, right? They need a picture of what it is to be a woman of God, a woman of faith, a woman of excellence, a woman of character, a woman who is a woman who walks in love for others. The world needs examples, and I just want to allude to this and give you an example that Jesus kind of said in the Bible, and I like this. It's found in John 13, verse. Let's start at 13. Yeah. He says this, he says, "You call me teacher and Lord, and you say, well, for so I am." Verse 14, "For if I then, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that you should do as I have done." Wow. And one of the things that is really interesting, I've given you a picture. I've given you. See, the best thing you can give your kids is a picture, is a model. They need to see it because what they see, they become. What they see, they become. So the best gift you could give to your kids is a positive picture because they will eventually evolve into you. We're helping some people this week, and they're talking about, "Oh, my kid does this, and my kid does that, and my kid does this, and I don't like that they do that." And then like the person, it dawned on them, well, we do the same thing. Yeah. It's like, who did they pick that up from? They caught it from you. The very thing you don't like in your child, they caught it from you. And now you passed it on to them. That's why I don't like the word generational curse. No, it's generational modeling. It's not like some mysterious thing comes over a person and, "Oh, well, great grandfather did that. Now grandfather does it. Now the son does it. Now daddy does it. Now the son does it." That goes way back. That curse goes way back. Come on up here. We're going to pray that curse right off of you. I don't buy that. I really don't buy that. I think it's more, it appears as a curse, but what it really is it's no, great grandfather did it, and he passed it down to his son passed it down to his son, and it's generational modeling that we begin to catch and pick up from the atmosphere that we were raised in. And that's why I believe that models are great. So if my wife's watching, I just look at her and I see a great model of a mother. And today I want to give you 3 things that I think are super important for a mother. And number one, I think that you have to set an example as a mother to your whole family that you're a woman of faith, that you're a woman of God. I think that's the first side that a woman needs to show, is that I'm a spiritual woman. If you listen to all of our family members and on our family, all of them, if they have anything going on, I mean, even the nieces and the nephews, it goes right on down the chain. If they have something major going on, you know who they call? You know who they call for prayer? They call Bonnie. And the statement in the family is, "Hey, Bonnie has a direct connection to God, so call her." Isn't that cool? Isn't that a cool thing to model, if you think about it? I mean, to be a woman who models something that people see. That woman walks with God. Wow. Wow. And when I need prayer, I'm gonna call mama, and I'm gonna call my aunt, I'm gonna call my great aunt and my great great aunt. That's how far this is getting now. And she knows how to get a hold of God. That's cool. That's super cool. So what does that? She's being a model to those, and the greatest model she could be is, you got to walk with God. Prayer works, and showing them her faith through her example, I think, is so awesome. And showing each and every one of them love. I mean, all of them know that my wife loves them. They all know that. And so I think that's really a powerful thing. So she's showing that motherly, nurturing side. Now, all of them may not think I'm so loving, Mr. Uncle Lovable. I don't, but she gets it from Mama. Like that's kind of the woman thing, right? That's good. They need that. Now they come to Uncle Keith. It's like, Uncle Keith, we're not playing games. I'm gonna give you confidence. You come to me, I'm gonna give you confidence. That's what you're gonna get from me. That may be a little tough love, but you're gonna hear the truth. You're gonna hear it straight. Where Bonnie, she's gonna be kind of nice about it, and and sometimes she'll get on it, but if you come to me, it's like I can't like lie. I hate seeing people do dumb stuff, and I sometimes I have to bite my teeth and not correct it. It's like, wow, right? But we're not talking about me. We're talking about women, right? We're talking about mothers today. Set a good example, your walk with God, and show them you're a woman of faith, and that you walk with God, and also that as a woman you have big dreams. I think that's the best thing a mother can continue to share with their kids, that I have a big dream. I'm doing big things. I want to do big things. Show them that you have a vision, that you're still building a future no matter how old you are. You never stop building a future. That's what humans do. And number 2 is, I think, is model your love for your husband. I think that's the second thing. Your love for God. Their love for God is number 1. But the second picture that a mother gives to her kids is her deep love for her husband and respect for her husband, that she models that. And I think that's super duper important, because when a mother disrespects the husband in front of the kids, that's not good. That's not showing forth a really good model, because the number 1 thing that a man needs is respect, which is based in honor. And what is honor? Honor is choosing to focus on the positive qualities of your mate, not to focus on the bad qualities. And that's why some of you out there that maybe have issues with your mother, and you're still wrestling with it, and and you're like, my mother, blah, 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 and you complain about it, and I'm not talking to her, I'm not going to do anything, and blah, blah, blah. and you're choosing to focus on the bad that she did instead of focusing on the good that she did, right? Honor is choosing to ignore. Isn't that awesome? Ignore the negative. And that's the same thing whether you're honoring your mother or you're honoring your husband or your spouse. You're choosing. Yeah, I could focus on how he doesn't he keeps leaving his underwear on the floor. I can focus on that and go down that negative bunny trail if I want to. But okay, well, what's the good things, right? Focusing on those good things is going to help you emotionally and psychologically set a good example before your kids. And then the third one is your children. Your love for God, your love for your husband, modeling that, showing that, right? That's why I think that every couple ought to have a date night. Not even so much for you two, but understanding you're creating a picture, which you're creating habits for your child. Like your child looks at you, then you see you're preparing them for their marriage. What you do in your marriage, they're going to do in their marriage. And you say, hey kids, we love you. You're super important, but the greatest strength we can give you is the strength of our relationship together. So we have to work on our relationship. Just like when you get married someday, you're going to have kids and you're going to need to focus on your relationship. So tonight, every Friday night, we go out together and we just focus on us, and we talk about us. We talk about our futures together and where we're going and where we're heading, and we're enjoying each other and having a good time together. We love you. We care about you. And now you set that thing in their mind. Wow, this is how mom and dad did it. So when they get older, what are they going to think? And they have marriage problems. What are they going to say? Oh, wait a minute. Mom and dad went out every Friday. So when they're 19, 20, and in their 20s, they're going to forget about all you. They're going to go out and live their own life, and they're going to do their own thing. But then when they get married and things start settling down, they're going to be looking back and say, all the things I criticized my mom about, my dad about, wait a minute. Yeah, being married is not so easy, and raising kids isn't so easy. I had all kinds of judgments on how I should have been raised until now I got kids, right? Oh man, I hope you guys are having fun today. But isn't that true? Isn't that true? It's like, okay, so love God, love your wife, loving God. You show a model of loving your husband, respecting your husband, choosing to honor him. And if you got any problems, you don't show it in front of your children. You take it on the side, you go behind closed doors, and then you talk it out and you talk about it, but you don't disrespect. And so the third one is your love for your children. That when I think of a mother, I think of a mother that really you never stop parenting. It never stops. And I think that's a interesting thing as I watch my wife, observe my wife, and see her love for God. I see her love for me and how she serves me, just like Jesus. Jesus said, "Hey, I want you just like I wash the feet of others." My wife does that. She washes other people's feet in different ways. Sometimes she washes my feet by making me pumpkin pies. Oh, happy day. Right? And so she serves me. She takes care of me. She does a lot of things for me. I'm very grateful for that. And what an awesome example that she shows our daughter, right? Of what a mother should be. She always keeps the house is always clean. We have people who come and clean our house. I'm like, why do we need people to come? Before the cleaners come to clean the house, my wife cleans the house. I'm like, I don't understand, but hey, whatever. It's so funny. It's so funny. And but I'm like, what do they have to clean? I'm not sure exactly what they have to clean, but Bonnie cleans it, then they go over and they clean it. All right, all right, whatever, whatever. But she set a good example, and then with with her daughter, that never stops. She continues to nurture her and care for her, be there for her. Uh, they talk almost every day, and I think the biggest gift she gives Julie is a listening ear without without criticism and without trying to control her, but giving her the freedom to make her choices, but being a sounding block to her of someone she can always, you know, come to and share her life challenges with. And with that, I mean, there's and with that and handling that, it's like, our children need a mother who is non-judgmental, because I think that's what I see with Bonnie is like she provides a non-judgmental environment that it gives Julie the freedom to share. And it's not always easy, right? Because sometimes a daughter or a son, we want to project to our parents like everything's great, everything's doing all right. But when you provide that non-judgmental environment, then they can come and they have some place to go to where they can dump, and it helps them, right? Because you don't want them dumping on people who can't help you, and you definitely don't want them dumping on unsuccessful people. So I hope you've enjoyed this today, and all you mothers out there. I know that there's some of you moms out there. It just happens every Mother's Day, right? You are going. Every mother probably has this one child that is out there, and you love the child and you care about the child. And there's mothers that are going to be happy today. There's mothers that are going to feel beat up today, right? It's going to be both. Because there's some of you mothers, your children, they don't honor you, and they don't, you're at odds with them, and there's the relationship is just not there. And today you're going to feel beat up. Some of you are going to look at your children and say, man, your children are in a mess. They're all whacked out, they're all messed up, maybe they're on drugs, maybe you got children in prison and all this kind of stuff. And maybe some moms today are going to feel guilty, like I did something wrong. It's, if I would have been a better parent. And so today can be a day of sorrow for some women. But here's what I want to tell you, like don't allow that to happen to you today, right? All your sins and lawless deeds, God doesn't remember anymore. And always remember this, ladies, when you think about these things, hey, nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, and and also you always have to factor in, right, that number one, most of us raise our kids when we're young and we're immature, right? We do the best that we can do, right? So give yourself grace, man. Hey, I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. Well, yeah, that's part of it. It's part of the life experience, right? It's like, that's why our hormones they're out of control at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Our hormones are so we do what we got to do to generate more, keep the human race going, right? And you're not mature, you're not quote ready for it yet, and you're learning, and it's a learning process, and you make mistakes, and that happens. So don't be hard on yourself. Some of you out there who are like that, be proud of yourself. Be proud, number one, that you had the child. Uh, on my birthday, I always tell my mom, thanks for having me. I honor and celebrate you. Thank you so much. You shouldn't be giving me a gift today. I should be giving you a gift Thank you for birthing me. And of course, she always says, "Why do you say that all the time?" Because there's women that got pregnant that didn't give their child a life. My mom did, and so that for that I honor her for that, and so you did something right. So let's focus on the one thing you did right, not 10 things that you might have done wrong. And I think every mother should focus on that and remember in your mind, your child has the power of choice. They chose, and if they chose a bad path, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Well, I didn't raise them quite right. Well, it's still, you know what? It still doesn't even matter, because even if you raised them bad, they still had choice. They could have went down a different road. There's a lot of people who were raised in bad environments but made different choices and went different ways and became beautiful people, did beautiful things in the earth. So let that all go. Leave it all up to God. God's forgiven you. Let it all go and go into your day knowing you're a special person, you're cared about, you're loved by God. And that's all I'm going to say today. I'm going to get going. I'm taking my wife, my daughter and I, we're taking my wife to go see a play called Camelot. So we're going to see a beautiful show, and we're going to have dinner and a show, and we're going to enjoy it. We're going to enjoy today together. So I'm looking forward to that. And so thank you so much for supporting Wealthy Church. Hey, listen, those of you who are behind us, I thank you so much. I want to remind you, hey, to get behind us and to sow seed into Wealthy Church, we are believing for 100 people to get behind us on a monthly basis. If you haven't jumped on board yet, please pray. If you're, getting fed, getting inspired, getting motivation, getting understanding and training through us from the different facets of the ministry that we do every single day, consider sowing. I believe that the person you sow into is the anointing, is the blessing that begins to come upon your life. I've seen it over and over and over and over again. So go to wealthychurch.com. You'll see all the things that we're doing to support people and to help people and to bless people all over the world. It's so much more than just what you see here on Sunday mornings. It's so much more, so much greater than that. And bottom line is, we need more support. We to be able to do more, we need more money to throw on the fire and the fuel to catapult this thing and to touch people's lives. And if you believe in this, hey, get behind us, okay? Wealthychurch.com. You can go there. You can sign up for monthly support, or you can sign up to give a one-time gift. You can go to paypal.com/confidence, or you can Cash App if you want to do a personal gift at Dr. Keith Johnson, or you can call 352-597-8775. All those of you who join in and connect, we're going to send out my book, Potential, The Secret Power of 10. We're going to get that out to you and get an incredible newsletter out to you that really will inspire you to believe God for big things in your life. So thank you so much for joining us. Glad that you've connected today. I'm going to say hi to just a few people. Hello, Janine. Happy Mother's Day from America to you. Look, my wife is on. Hello, honey. Hello, honey. Happy Mother's Day to you. I haven't even seen you yet this morning. Hello, Sherry. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you, Ro. Good to see you, everybody. Good to see everybody. Please please share this, and let's be a blessing to some other mothers here this morning. God bless everybody. We'll see you later.